Good morning, students. Next problem in this ray optics, question number 71. It is the Newton's formula applicable for the lenses also, concave mirror also, for real images. You are given, this is the Newton's formula for the expression of the focal length. We have the formula already, 1 by f is equals to 1 by u plus 1 by v for the mirrors, and 1 by f equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u for the lenses, convex lens and concave mirrors. Okay. In this case of the mirrors, if you take this relationship u and v in terms of distance of the object and image from the focus, Newton took the distance from the focus point only. X and y or p and q, they may give you, symbols may change from the focus of the distance x, image distance y, symbols can be reversible. Substitute the value of u equal to x plus f, v becomes equal to y plus f. Substitution of the steps in substitution of these values into this basic formula, you will get the relation for the focal length as f square equal to pq or f equal to root of pq. This may be asked, like this also asked. Next is the Snell's law in vector form. Snell's law in vector form, question number 72, I will explain after this. 73. Snell's law in vector form for the refraction. N1 sin N1 we have taken before, but N I am giving for the normal to the surfaces. Two medium, you are taking medium 1 and medium 2. In the light rays traveling from one medium to other medium, Snell's law is that sin I by sin r equal to N2 by N1. Sin I by sin r is equals to N2 by N1. I am giving the refractive index as mu2 and mu1. So sin I by sin r equal to mu2 by mu1. If mu1 is 1, mu2 is mu, we have to take up. This is for air if you have taken. Mu is approximately 1. In vector form, it is written as mu1 into sin of I cross n. N cap is a unit vector. N cap is unit vector upward directions, perpendicular to the surfaces along the normal. So downward direction means what happens is minus n cap becomes. Upward direction is downward direction minus n cap in vector form. Upwards positive, downwards negative. Right side positive, left side negatives. So in this case, the angle between the n and this incident light ray is I, value only, magnitude. But vector you are taking for the I cap, unit vector along the incident light ray, R cap along the refracted light ray. R is the angle of refraction you are taking. These are the unit vectors, unit vector magnitude is 1. So in vector form, what you write is mu1 sin of I cross n. I cross n. What is the relation for the A cross B? In vector form, magnitude. A cross B magnitude is a vector, perpendicular both A and B, and its magnitude is nothing but equal to AB sin theta. Here in this case, A is unit vector 1. This is also unit vector, means I and n are 1 unit vectors. I magnitude, n magnitude is equals to 1. So what you get, your resolution is 1 into sin of angle between I and n. Sin of angle between I and n is I. That means you will get this as magnitude. This magnitude is equals to mu into sin I. You will get mu1 into I cross n is 1 into angle between these two is I only. E is equals to mu2 into R cross n. But n we are taking is minus n. This relation I am telling. mu1 into I cross n equal to mu2 into R cross minus n cap. Minus taken outside here, minus n cap. A cross B, E is equals to minus of B cross A. Here in this case, I cap, n cap magnitudes equal to 1. A cross B equal to minus of B cross. So R cross n can be written as n cross R of minus. So this can be written as minus n term you are taken. No, we can write it reverse as n cross R. N cross R is minus of R cross n. You may be asked like this, you may be asked like this in vector form. Please, this is a magnitude form. But you are given m1 is mu1 equal to 1. So this is 1, mu2 equal to mu. This is equals to 1 means you will get as I cross n cap. I cross n is equals to minus of mu into R cross n vectors, unit vectors. This is the term you have to remember. Next, question number 72. A man moves towards the plane mirror with velocity v in a direction making angle theta with normal to the mirror. Find the velocity of the image with respect to man. We are finding it with respect to man. Angle with respect to normal. Angle with normal, that you have to be careful. Sometimes they will give with respect to plane also, plane of the mirror also. So you have to be careful with what direction the angle is given. In the known angle side, we take the vector component as a cosine component. So this is a v resolved into two components, V cos theta and V sin theta. V cos theta is perpendicular to the mirror. Take only the directions perpendicular to the mirrors. So V cos theta is the velocity. If the person is moving towards the mirror, image also moves toward the person. Toward the person means image will be in this direction. You can take. The image will be in this direction. If person is here, image is here at same distance from the mirrors. As the person is moving towards the mirror, image will be going like this. So this is the image velocity resolved into components. Cos theta component is in this direction. V cos theta. Person is moving towards the mirror means image moves toward the person inside the mirror. The same with the velocity equal to V cos theta. This is the perpendicular to the mirror only you need to take. V cos theta is the velocity with respect to mirror. But the question is with respect to the man. So you have to take the relative velocity. Relative velocity of image with respect to person is 2V sin cos theta because double velocity it happens. When the objects are moving in the opposite directions, relative velocity is sum of the two velocities. So person velocity normal to the surface is nothing but equal to V cos theta. His velocity normal to surface is V cos theta. The image velocity is V cos theta but opposite directions. This is nothing but V cos theta. You can take like this better. This is object velocity, this is image velocity, opposite directions. There is resultant velocities, which resultant relative velocity is 2V cos theta. Next question number 74. In the 74 question number, traveling microscope is focused on a mark on a piece of paper and scale reading is A. Traveling microscope means it can move left and right, up and downwards. With the help of the microscope on the table, one paper piece is kept and that marking is done with ink and microscope is focused on this marking. Then one glass slab is kept on it of refractive index equal to N we can take. Then the thickness of the glass slab is nothing but equal to real depth it becomes. And when you see from that air with the help of the microscope, the microscope need to be moved away because image will be shifting upwards. Normal shift to take place when you are observing from the rarer medium. So that image will be shifting to this position. This is object. This is object, this is image. Next what is done is this paper is kept on the surface of it, on the surface of it. The readings are noted. What are the readings noted is, traveling microscope is focused on a paper, mark on a piece of paper and scale reading is A. Here the reading is A. Reading is taken on the scale. Scale is fixed to this microscope. This is scale. If the reading scale is microscope moved upwards, no reading changes here. So first it is focused to this object without any glass slab. Then the reading noted as A. Next, rectangular block of glass is placed on the paper and the microscope is raised to focus the mark. Sometimes they will ask you whether you have to raise up or downwards. And microscope is raised focus the mark on the paper. So when glass slab is kept, you don't see this, you will see this image, not the object ones. When the image means what is moving upward direction is nothing but equal to normal shift. So that normal shift will be there for this image, it will be shifted upward directions. So this also need to be moved upward direction and reading noted here again. Second case is B. Reading is B. The paper is now placed on the block, top of the block and reading now is C. This paper is removed, here is the paper and kept on the top and reading is noted A is equals to C. What they asked is, what is the formula for refractive index of the glass? Observation from the air, refractive index formula N equal to real depth by apparent depth. what is real depth here? Real depth is nothing but equal to, this is the real depth, that is nothing but equal to reading C minus A or A minus C by given. So real depth becomes equal to A minus C, or if you are taking that C upward, C minus C we can take. Topwards reading increasing, bottom reading low means C minus A. Doesn't matter if you take A minus C, minus taken common numerator denominator, result will be the same, do not change. You have to be careful with the term, symbols however. By apparent depth, what is apparent depth is nothing but equal to this value is apparent depth. This is a real depth, total ones, and this is a apparent depth that appears from the top to be seen as an image. Apparent depth is nothing but equal to C minus B. Next, question number 75. This can be asked for the KSET also, these problems what I discussed now. KSET, NET and JEE, all the 3 exams. '75. Coin is at the bottom of the water column of depth 4 centimeters. Depth of the water, one jar container you have taken, in that water is taken up to the depth is equals to 4 centimeters. This is the water. And one coin is kept here at the bottom. Next is the liquid which is not mixed with water. Some liquid is taken of less density than that of the water and poured into that. Less density means it floats on water. The observer in the air above the surface liquid, the image of the appear to be at the intersection of the 2 surfaces. This is the water surface and this is a liquid surface. This is a liquid. This observer is in the air. When you observe from the air, this coin appeared here. This is an image, this is an object. So this is supposed to be apparent depth. This is apparent depth. This total is real depth. This is a thickness of the liquid, water only. Real depth is, this whole thing is real depth. This they asked is what is the liquid height of the liquid. This is the height of water is equals to liquid. Height. Next is height of water, HW is height of water they have given equal to 4 centimeters. Total real depth I am writing here. Is on water. Total real depth equal to height of the liquid plus height of water. Apparent depth is the total. Apparent depth is equals to this much is the apparent depth, that is equals to height of the liquid. Height of the liquid. And they have given the refractive indices. Index of the water, N water is equals to 4 by 3. Refractive index of liquids is equal to 5 by 3. Refractive index, absolute refractive index should be greater than 1 always. Sorry, 5 by 4 it is. it is 5 by 4. Find height of the liquid is equals to how much? Total apparent depth formula what we have is depth equal to apparent depth of liquid plus apparent depth of water. What is the result formula we have is N is equals to apparent depth by real depth by apparent depth. That means apparent depth becomes equal to d real by N. This total apparent depth is nothing but equal to given for us height of the liquid. We have to find out this is equals to apparent depth of the liquid is equals to real depth of the liquid. That means height of the liquid by N liquid plus apparent depth of the water. Only water if you have taken, only liquid you have taken, that relationship is nothing but equal to height of the water by N of the water. Height of the water given for us. Height of the liquid is equals to height of the liquid by refractive index of the liquid is nothing but equal to refractive index of the liquid is given as 5 by 4. 4 go to the numerator plus height of the water is 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters by refractive index of the water is 4 by 3. 3 go to the numerator, 4 cancels. So what is left out is 3. The result comes out to be HL is equals to 4 by 5 into HL plus 3. We want to find out this HL. From this relation we can take this 4 by 5 HL, take it to the left side. 4 by 5 HL minus 4 by 5 HL is equals to 3. This LCM is 5 into HL minus 4 into HL by 5 equal to 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. So HL is equals to 3 into 5 is 15 centimeters. Okay, you must take that this formula directly we can take and calculate it. Apparent depth formula. From here you can also take the steps. Another formula we can take is a normal shift. Normal shift is nothing but equal to height of the water. This is a shift itself is normal shift. Normal shift is also equal to height of the water. We can take care of the total normal shift. That other method we can follow, but that takes more steps maybe. Total normal shift equal to normal shift of the first medium plus normal shift of the second medium. That turn out to be thickness of the first one plus second one minus T1 by N1 plus T2 by N2. T1, T2 are the real depths or thickness of the liquids. You can take the height of the liquid, height of the water, height of the liquid, height of the water, height of the water by refractive index, corresponding refractive indexes. Like this NS is equals to itself is 4 centimeters. Substitution of this also will give the same result. Next 76. In this 76 question, transparent slab of refractive index 1.5 each, having the thicknesses 1, 2 are arranged one over the other. A point object is seen through the combination. You are taking the multiple plates, transparent plates. Here is the object you are seeing from the air, from radar medium. Thicknesses T1, T2, 3, 3 and so on. They told thicknesses, real depth second way. 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters and so on, n centimeters. Refractive index of each, n equal to 1.5 each, means all are having the same refractive index. Or one or the other, then the shift in the normal shift of the combination you have to find out. Normal shift is given 1 centimeter. What is the value of n? N equal, sorry, 1 minute. Refractive index symbol we take different mu. This is a refractive index. Mu is 1.5 each, and n is a number. 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. 1 centimeter, next 2 centimeter, 10 centimeter like that. We are taking that n. Arrange one over the other. Shift, normal shift. Total normal shift is equals to 1 centimeter. This is a total normal shift. Find n. This n you have to find out. For the multiple plates combination, it is called as a pile of the plates. Keeping many one over the other is called as a pile, collection. Glass plates. Total normal shift is shift ns is equals to, now sum of the normal shift, the result becomes equal to real depth minus apparent depth. Total real depth minus total apparent depth is T1 plus T2 plus and so on plus Tn minus T1 by N1 plus T2 by N2 plus and so on, you to consider, which is equals to, normal shift is given as 1 centimeter, T1 1 centimeter plus 2 centimeters plus and so on, n centimeter taken, minus 1 by 1.5 plus 2 by 1.5 plus and so on, n by 1.5. Result is, you can take this part 1.5 common out, 1 plus 2 plus and so on n minus 1 by 1.5, 1 plus 2 plus so on n. This part, bracket part, you can take out common also. 1.5 is nothing but equal to 3 by 2, or you can written as 2 by 3. So 1 by 1.5 I have take out common, no sorry, 1 minus it becomes. One plus 2 plus and so on n, take out common, the result is 1 minus 1.5, 1 by 1.5. This is 1 plus 2 plus and so on plus n, the left side is 1, this is 1.5 minus 1 is 0.5 by 1.5, or else 1 minus 2 by 3. 2 by 3 means it is going to be 1 by 3. The result 1 is equals to 1 plus 2 plus and so on. How many centimeters thickness you totally have taken, that is only we have to find out, into this LCM is 3 minus 2 by 3 is 1 by 3. 3 go to the left side. Equal to 1 plus 2 n. A minute, I got somewhere mistake. 0.5 3. This summation also you can take a result as 1 summation up to n, 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on, that is 1 by 3 is equals to 1 is equals to 3 minus 2 by 1 is 1 by 3 into the summation to n is n into n minus 1 by 2. Substitute calculation of this 3 and calculation n equal to 2. Solving this you will get n is equals to 2. Just check up the steps. 2 this step up, sorry, summation to n is n into n plus 1 by 2. Solving this, you will get n is equals to 2. Steps I gave here, you can check up that. Solving a quadratic equation, you will get the answer as n is equals to 2. Means you are taking only up to 2 centimeters, not so many. Next question number 77. They asked light passing through the prism should not come out. The condition is called the limiting angle of the prism. Limiting angle of the prism A is equals to 2c. If the light is coming from the front, grazing the first surface, should come out grazing the second surface. This is going to be normal. This is also normal. This is going to be 9 degrees. Angle of emergence is also 90 degrees. This is R1, R2. R1 will be equal to R3, symmetrical conditions you have taken. So R1 equal to R2 equal to C, critical angle, because light ray coming here grazing the surface, light ray coming here grazing the surface is nothing but equal to critical angle. And A is equals to R1 plus R2 for the triangle. So therefore A equal to 2C. This is called as a limiting angle of the prism. If A is more than C, light will not come out of the second surface only, it will be taking the total reflection. And sin C formula what you have is, this is for limiting angle of the prism. Prism, light do not come out of prism. Whatever is the angle of incidence you take, light will not come out from the second surface. Then A equal to 2c we have, and sin C is nothing but equal to 1 by n we have. C substituting here becomes equal to C equal to A by 2, critical angle for total reflection. A is the angle of the prism and C is called as a critical angle for total internal reflection. In terms of this, you have to show the expressions. This was previously asked a question. You have to identify which option is correct in that. You can go in reverse directions calculation from the options, or we check up from the calculation itself from this relationship of critical angle. Sin C is equals to 1 by n, C is equals to A by C. We have the relationship sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Sin square C plus cos square C is equals to 1. So sin square C becomes equal to, or you take out this common, 1 plus cos square C by sin square C plus 1, which is sin square C into 1 plus sin by cos is tan, cos by sin is cot, 1 by tan is cot, cot square C equal to 1. Sin C is 1 by n. So the sin square C is, that means what, it becomes equal to 1 by n square. 1 by n square into 1 plus cot square C is equals to 1. Modifying this, you will get n square E is equals to 1 plus cot square C, or n is equals to under root of 1 plus cot square C is the answer. That option number 4.